What's going on, everybody? I apologize. It's William Bootsy Blandon. I haven't done a video in a while. I want to do this quick video on Uber and Lyft, even though I'm promoting Trip like crazy. A way to get more tips, longer rides, more appreciative passengers. I figured this out, and this is only my opinion, keep in mind, and this is only in the Connecticut area, and I really shouldn't be giving up this information because I'm giving my competition ways to make more money. My ratings too, this will affect your ratings. I find that when you sit in the bigger cities, New Haven, Hartford, Bridgeport, Waterbury, your passenger, especially on the Uber side, I think people on the Lyft side are more appreciative because they're used to longer wait times for pickups. But Uber passengers are kind of spoiled. They really are, because in the big cities, they're used to fast, short wait times. They're used to not tipping. That's just my opinion. And I find they complain a lot. Like if they're having a bad day, you're gonna get rated on their bad day. And I'll give you an example. I picked up a young lady in Bridgeport, and I could tell immediately when she got in the car she was already having a bad day. She just had that vibe, head down, didn't say hi when I said hi, was upset that I didn't pick up right in front of her house. Where if I go to like the smaller towns, because here's my route, what I do is I go from Bridgeport to Waterbury. I pick up all the little towns on the way. Shelton, Derby, Naugatuck. I find that those people are just more appreciative, and they're used to longer wait times, even for Uber, because they're in such a further from the big city. They tend to tip more. This is just my opinion. Black and white. So this is not a race thing at all, because even the black people in these small towns tend to tip more than the black people in the bigger cities. They're used to the longer wait times. I mean, I'm talking long wait times. I picked up people in Bristol that took 20 minutes to get to them. They were still appreciative I came out. And I came all the way from New Britain to Bristol, which is about, 20 minutes away. And they were still appreciative. And I still got a tip. But when you're sitting in these bigger cities, particularly Waterbury, Bridgeport, New Haven, you're going to get short rides. Chances are you're not always going to get a tip. They're not appreciative. Your ratings are going to get you're going to tend to get rating on their mood. I've increased my ratings since I started doing this. I've gotten more tips, and I've gotten longer rides simply by going to the smaller towns. I got less competition because all you other drivers are sitting in the big towns. You're sitting in the Bridgeport, you're sitting in New Haven. I'm at Union Station in New Haven right now, and there's drivers just sitting here. The reason why I'm here is because I just dropped somebody off. But I come to the big cities drop off only, and believe it or not, sometimes I turn my app off because I don't want to get a bunch of little rides around the corner and go right to my next little town. Which from New Haven, I usually head towards Waterbury and then Bristol. I usually go that way to Bristol. And my rating, I'm telling you, it works. My ratings have increased. I'm getting more tips. My passengers are more appreciative on both sides, Uber and Lyft. I mean, Lyft, they've already been appreciative anyway, but my ratings have gone up. I was sitting there. The reason why I did this experiment is because I had high ratings on Lyft, and I was trying to figure out how to get my ratings up on Uber, and I could not do it sitting in the big towns, big cities. I came to New Haven. I got a lot of rides, a lot of short rides, even a few longer rides. Very little tips, a lot of complaining passengers. I could not get my ratings up. The minute I start doing this, from Bridgeport to Waterbury, all those little towns in between, you know, the Sheltons, the Derbys, the Naugatucks, and then I started moving out towards Bristol and even New Britain, because even though New Britain's a bigger city, for some reason Uber, I think a lot of drivers are stopped driving out there. So I started going to New Britain. And although they don't tip as much because it's a big city, I do get more appreciative passengers, and I'm getting longer rides because they're usually going out to like Hartford and further sometimes. West Farms. So I'm getting at least 20 to 30 minute rides. So this is a good way for you to increase your ratings. Start going to smaller towns. You're going to get less rides, but they might be longer rides because people in little towns don't tend to stay in those towns. They don't tend to work in those towns. So chances are they're going 15, 20, sometimes 30 minutes away to go to work. So I'm getting the longer rides. I'm getting the better ratings. I'm getting more tips. Not to keep repeating myself, but this has actually worked. So making the same money now, I'm getting less rides, the same or more money. I'm still making my $100 to $150 a day, but less rides, longer trips, more tips, and I'm enjoying it. So until Trip comes out, this is going to be my daily routine, is to continue going to these smaller towns. And especially when I drop people off in Hartford, I got to shut that app off because I'm going to get a million rides around the corner. And on Uber and Lyft, I just shut them both off, and I head back towards New Britain and Bristol because I'm going to get a million $3 rides around the corner. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for 20 to 30 minute rides with appreciative passengers that are more likely to tip. All right, this has been William Bootsy Blandon. Sorry if I repeated myself, but I really want you guys to get the message. And if you want more information on Trip, go to the links below. I have more information. When Trip drops, I think Uber is the first to go as far as me stop driving. Because Lyft has some programs going on that it will be a little bit better than Uber, and they're a little bit more appreciative. I make a little bit more per ride, so I'll probably be slowly phasing them out, but Uber will be the first to go, and then I'll just concentrate on Lyft and probably Trip until I get enough rides on the Trip so that I don't have to do either Uber or Lyft. Catch you guys on the next one. I hope this information was helpful. And you haters, Trip is coming.